Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. There have been so much unquietness ever since Bola Tinubu rolled out the ministerial portfolios and the ministerial nominees assigned to different portfolio. And what has really caused the roaring on social media had been the assigning of Lateef Fagbemi, who is the APC's lead counsel in the ongoing Presidential Election Petition Tribunal as the new AGF, that's Attorney General of the Federation, and also Minister of Justice. There have been multiple reactions, but right now, what you're going to be hearing is straight from the lawyers as they speak forth in respect to this. Their unquietness is traceable to those who are overly interested in the issue of the PEPT. Some believe that him being in that position, those who are for the plaintiffs may not walk away happily as it has to do with the outcome. But then the lawyers have different perspective to this, and we're going to be looking at what different lawyers have to say about his appointment as the new Attorney General of the Federation and also the Minister of Justice. And according to the news, some legal practitioners have highlighted compliance to court order and professionalism as what they expect the new Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to embody in order to lead the nation to progression from its challenges, particularly in the area of rule of law and justice. The AGF ministerial position is one of the federal government offices that is reserved only for lawyers. Fagbemi will be sworn in on Monday after being screened by the Senate following the nomination of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On his part, Barrister Noah Abdul said that executive lawlessness has allegedly been the order of the day in the years past, but that the new AGF should change the narrative for the betterment of the society. According to him, he said, "We know the Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to be a thoroughbred legal practitioner, a full-fledged litigation lawyer who knows the importance of obedience to court order and judgment. What we have been witnessing in the past years is executive lawlessness. Court will give orders against the executive, and then the AGF, who is supposed to advise the president and members of the Federal Executive Council properly, will not obey it. But this time around, I think we will see a change because the new AGF has been a legal practitioner, and so we expect that the tenor will witness obedience to judgment and decision of court." Abdul also suggested that more judges should be appointed to conclude the numerous pending cases before the court. According to him, he said again, "We are expecting increase in the number of justices in the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court. At least the 1999 Constitution requires a minimum of 20 justices in the apex court, but presently we have about 11. I don't see any reason why the AGF cannot advise the president to have the number increase or even to amend the constitution so that we can have more than 20 justices and several panel of the apex court so that cases that have been pending for more than a decade can be dispensed of." Also, Wale Balogun Esquire stated that the justice sector needs overhauling due to several allegations against officials in the three arms of government. He advised the new AGF to be visionary and treat every corruption allegation without fear or favor. He stated that the combination of AGF and Minister of Justice is professional and political, noting that Fagbemi must be focused on reforming the system. Our legal regime needs a total overhauling, and we need an AGF who is visionary and reform-minded. This is more imperative in view of the unimpressive performance of the last few AGFs. They were inundated with series of corruption allegations, but no single legal reforms, no professionalism, but politics. So many Nigerians also have spoken in this regards. But looking at the situation on ground, I think that Fagbemi, with the record that he has, just 64 years, for me, he's still a very young man. And with what we have seen him do, I think he was senior advocate of Nigeria at the age of 37, and he has featured in very high-profile cases where he came out successful. One of them that had been brought to light had been the case of Rotimi Amechi when he was in court to consolidate on his victory in 2007. Fagbemi was the one who led his counsel and they came out very successful. So he's been known, to be quite a successful guy. But then talking about the issue of petition as presidential election petition tribunal, what will be his position? Is he going to opt out as the lead counsel defending APC, or is he still going to continue? Thank God that the case is even over, and it's now in the desk of the 5 justices who were in charge of the case. Nigerians are really waiting to see what may possibly be the outcome. But guess what? Most Nigerians believe that Fagbemi will not do anything to stop the right dispense of justice. We know that so many things have been put forth, and Nigerians are staring at the judiciary right now that for once they would do what is right. But guess what? Emotions are not entertained in law. There's nothing like emotion in law. Facts and evidence are very, very important. We've seen cases where even people who maybe they have they were the ones who committed the crime, we see them walking away without any iota of heat from the law based on presentation and also facts and evidence brought before the law court. So right now, I don't think that Fagbemi will influence anything. That's from personal point of view. You may have a different one, but then he will ensure that what is to be done must be done. Someone said something very interesting. One of the lawyers said that the issue of corruption has been very, very noticeable among Attorney General of the Federation because of the level of influence that they have. And also, some people talk about the issue of zero reforms, legal reforms in the justice system. Well, let's be hopeful that being a senior advocate of Nigeria may have been presuming such things to be in place, but unfortunately it has not been. Let's believe that he will do something big in that respect, and let's not try to judge him when he has not even resumed office. Be hopeful that despite his appointment as the senior advocate of Nigeria, nothing will happen in the PEPT. We are very hopeful that he will give Nigeria his best as the legal luminary in charge of the legal system in the country. That's what we'd like to wrap it.